Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm even on right now. Show. I don't know if I'm even live. I have no idea. Something's not right here. Oh, let's see. Go live. That's what happened. Maybe now this will work. Is this going to work now? Okay. Oh, Andrew Matthews, hi. Yep. And Job, hi. So, working in my end. Good. Good. All right. Welcome, everybody. Live stream time. It's been a while, and nothing specifically planned for this. I think it's kind of cool to have a chat with a theme, you know. But this time around, it's just touching base with all of you, and see who's going to pop in and out. Not expecting any huge audience or anything. Just anyone who happens to be around and want to check it out. Hey, Louie, Mean Dean, what's up, brother? Hey, just had my supper. It's 7 o'clock Vancouver time. And here in Victoria, BC, we got a lot of snow, which is really, really rare. Victoria is kind of the San Francisco of Canada. It doesn't get snow typically. So if we get snow, lately we've been getting it every 3 or 4 years. Just a couple days. There was one year we had a full month of snow, which was really weird. So you know we're like the Florida of Canada here. So we're just enjoying the snow. How's the weather where all you guys are? Portland is snowed in. Is that right? Oh yeah. Well, Portland. Yeah, I love Portland. I haven't been there in a while. Great city. The kids all loved Portland. Andrew Matthews, you haven't been to Victoria since you were a kid. Oh, okay. So it probably hasn't changed an awful lot. It's a nice city to live in. I really like living here. I've been here about 10 years. So it's snowy in East Idaho. So yeah, cold and icy in Virginia. Yeah, so you grew up in Portland, Andrew? Yeah. I think one of the things that we loved about Portland was all the bridges. Just driving through there, and it's like, there's so many cool bridges in this city, sort of swooping all over the place. That's kind of unique. And also the whole vibe of that city. Portland just had a vibe of alternate, West Coast kind of, yeah, just not mainstream kind of place. It felt like a really cool things happen there, you know? That's what it feels like. And that donut place. Love that donut place. Now there's a delay. I'm looking at my screen. I'm just going to wave my hand and see how long it takes. Okay, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. 5-second delay. Okay, so I waved my hand. I didn't see it on my screen for 5 seconds. So this is a bit of a delay there going on. All right, so let me catch up here. Now we're starting to get some messages in here more. Normal rainy season where Job is. Louis, cold and icy in Virginia. Grew up in Portland. Andrew, I grew up in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, which is the home of Neil Peart, if you don't know that. Rush's drummer. Went to school in Langley, BC. Oh, yeah. Had friends from Victoria. Bridgetown, yeah. Louis says, my family in South Florida are really enjoying I'm freezing lots. A laugh out loud. Job, rainy and humid in the Philippines. Is that where you are, Job? You're in the Philippines. Cool. Yeah, Voodoo Donuts. That's the one. You got it. Yeah, we lined up for Voodoo Donuts. They had vegan donuts for us, too. Our family's all vegan. Lawrence Davis, hi. Dean, any way you could do a lesson on the Farewell to the King solo? Love the Rush stuff. Funny you should mention that, Lawrence. I've been just getting this new studio of mine. It's a home studio that's kind of evolving here. I got a little more space to work, and I'm going to be doing some guitar lessons again. I'm going to start that up. Yeah, I've had a few people keep elbowing me and say, "Come on, let's have some more guitar lessons." So I will definitely put a few guitar lessons up soon, very soon. I don't know if it'll be the Farewell to the King solo, but it'll be some Rush to start with, though. But I'll keep that in mind, that you want that. Sop with Snoopy. Hello, hi, how are ya? So Andrew found this channel because you were searching for YouTube through YouTube for Rishlu. Hey, are Rishlu from Seattle or are they from Portland? Good evening from Scotland. Hey, David Simpson, Scotland. I was a chef for 10 years, and I worked with two chefs from Scotland. One of them worked at the Glen Eagles. Actually, they both worked at the Glen Eagles. One was the head chef at the Glen Eagles, actually. He came to Toronto. And David, what's his name? David. Anyways, I picked up a little bit of on the mannerisms of the Scottish, and one of the things he was always, all right. You know, he always did when he was going to do something big, you know, take on a project. Right then. So yeah, good evening from Scotland. Scotland. Hey, I love that Star Trek engineer who came from Scotland, right? Scotty? I just watched Star Trek 3 last night. I haven't seen it in like 20 years. Any of you guys Star Trek fans? I love the original series, you know, Kirk and Spock from the late 60s. I love the original Star Trek. I love the braininess of it. I was not crazy about J.J. Abrams turning it into a big shoot 'em up. It's just an action film, and that's not Star Trek is not about that. It's all about brainy, intellectual mind puzzles, mind benders, you know. So I wasn't happy with J.J. Abrams. Make it so, number one. Yes. Yeah, I liked the Next Generation too. That was good. Rishlu is from Seattle. Okay, yeah, I've been through Seattle too. Drove through there. You know, when I drove through down there, that was like a week before one of the bridges collapsed. You guys have some serious trouble with your bridges. Your American president, he should be starting a huge project rebuilding America. Your infrastructure is suffering down there. You got to be putting people to work building the bridges again. Proud Heretic. I used to work. How you doing, Proud? I used to work at a few restaurants as a dishwasher. It was okay. I wanted to be a cook, but they didn't want me full time, so I left. Yeah, hey, I've done the dishwasher thing too. I was a dishwasher before I was a cook, and yeah, I think they can be kind of fun jobs, you know. The camaraderie in the kitchen is awesome, you know. Making lots of friends in the kitchen. I made a lot of good friends over the years. People working in the kitchens with people. You know, it's sort of like you're shoulder to shoulder, struggling through the big rushes of people, and the place is a total disaster when you're finished, and but you made it through together, you know. Sop with Snoopy says, I've only really watched original Star Trek plus the 80s movies. Haven't watched much else. Yeah, I haven't watched much of the new stuff at all, like the Enterprise and all this new stuff that's come out. Even Deep Space Nine, I never really watched that. I couldn't get past the guys with the giant ears. They just looked too silly. But I'm sure they're probably okay. Let's see. I did get to prep a few desserts, so that was a plus. Yeah. So cooking. Hey, let's talk about cooking just for a minute here. Like I said, I used to be a cook, and it's a good skill to have. I think schools should teach people. Schools don't teach enough useful things. Honestly, they don't teach enough useful things. People should be learning how to cook and how to manage their money. It's a couple of the most important things they need to teach, and they don't. It's absolutely mind-numbing that they don't do that. Maybe nowadays they do. But teaching cooking is one of the best skills you can have, because you'll use it for the rest of your life, you know. It'll get you through anything. So Bill also was a dishwasher at a pizzeria when you're 17. You had an incident to do with. It sounds like you had a scouring incident. It sounded like an unpleasant stainless steel accident of some kind happened to you. Are you a Wes Craven fan? Sorry, I don't know who Wes Craven is. I think I've heard the name. Who is Wes Craven, Louis? Who is Wes? Let's see. Oh, have I tried haggis or black pudding? No, I was not. I've only been vegan for a few years. So back when I was a chef, I was entirely not vegan, and I ate lots of weird stuff, meat and fish and stuff. And but I could not even attempt to try haggis. It just totally. I did try some other weird stuff, some other, what do you call them? Soft breads or whatever they call them. There's a technical word for, guts of animals and stuff. I did eat some guts and stuff. Oh, Bill, you lost the top part of your finger. That's frightening, man. If you're a musician, that's not cool, man. You need your fingers if you play piano, guitar, anything. Actually, speaking of accidents, I did have an accident in the kitchen once. I had a knife go right into my leg. It was on a shelf, and there's like a bunch of us on the cooking line, and I was squeezing by somebody, and the knife caught into my leg, and it went right in. I had to go get a few stitches for that. It was kind of a frightening sight, but it was okay. I didn't really suffer too much. Nightmare on Elm Street is his best work. Tony Iommi lost his tips on a couple of fingers pre-Sabbath. Oh, that's true, right. There are some guitarists who have had injuries. There's that old guitarist from the 40s or 50s he only had a couple fingers or something, and he was super fast. So you can still play, with the fewer fingers, I guess. Yeah. Do you have a favorite Tool song and a favorite Bandmade song so far? Well, I would say for Tool is Lateralis. Sorry, I've been pronouncing it wrong for the last year. I keep on saying Lateralis, but apparently it's Lateralis. That's what the drummer said in an interview. Anyways, he said Lateralis. So that's my favorite. Let's see. Oh, I don't have the Lateralis album I've got, and I can't wait to sit down and listen to it. But I've been buying so many albums, I haven't gotten to it yet too. I really want to enjoy that album start to finish. I haven't really done that. I haven't had a Tool start to finish experience yet, from track one to the final track of an album. I still have to do that. Oh, are you a Doctor Who fan? My kids sure were. I am a Doctor Who fan of the classic. I grew up watching the guy with the big scarf. What was his name? He was great. I loved the Doctor Who, and that was probably in the 80s. And I haven't kept up much with the newer one. I kind of prefer the campy old classic. It's just something about the campiness that makes it so charming. I don't know why. Oh, and also Proud Heretic wanted to know my favorite Bandmade song so far. Almost always the instrumentals. I don't remember the name of them off the top of my head. One's called I'd have to look it up. Let me look it up here. Playlists. Yeah. Dead air. In the radio business, they call this dead air. My phone is slow. I'll get it up there. I'll mention to you what some of my favorite Bandmade tracks are as soon as it loads up here. But I have another friend of mine. Maybe he's even watching. Russ, are you online tonight, Russ? I don't know if Russ is there. Russ is also. I think he learned about Bandmade from my channel, and he's like a huge fan. I think he's one of their biggest fans now. uh, so we got some new visitors. Colin Olafson. Hi, Colin. How are you doing? It's good evening. Good evening to you. I gotta suggest Carnival Dead Man to you. I don't know if I've done Carnival Dead Man. I've done a couple of Carnival, and I enjoy Carnival a lot. Tangerine Dream, says Lawrence. Favorite album? Well, growing up, I only had a couple of their albums, Rubicon and Stratosphere, and I think Rubicon was probably my favorite, but one of those two. I just picked up some new ones. It'll be on my next prog-rock vinyl haul. I'll show you my new albums. Onset. Yeah, the Onset. That's the one, Job. That's one of the instrumental I really loved. Like I say, all of their instrumentals I really liked. I liked Puzzle a lot, too. Puzzle's a good tune. And let's see, what was the other one? Oh, Rinny was very special. Wonderland was really good. And Don't Be Long. Don't Be Long, I think, was one I really liked a lot. And also Black Hole. I just reacted to Black Hole. I really liked that one. That was a great one. And apparently there's a couple more instrumentals. I'm going to react to those as well. They're coming up. One's called Godiva, and the other one is some strange GICI or something, acronym or something. I don't know. Louis, hey Dan, you should check out Sound of Contact. That's with Simon Collins, Phil Collins' son. Oh, okay. I heard that Phil Collins' son was drumming. I remember watching a video, and he was just like 8 years old, and he was drumming. So obviously that video was old. He must be a young adult now, or an adult. Proud Heretic. It's hard for me to pick favorites. Yeah, he loves them all. I think a lot of. I have noticed without. I have noticed it's super obvious when that bandmate has an incredible fan base, incredibly loyal, and that's really a good sign. I think that's that tells you about the quality of a band when they have such a rabid fan base. When are you covering Bedlam? Oh, I can't wait to get to it. It's literally like in a finger's reach. I mean, it's going to happen in the next week or in the next couple weeks or so. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to some TMV again. Louis, Dean, he's from Vancouver. Lots of laugh. Who's from Vancouver? Hi, Austin Kintz. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I would say 6 out of 7 days a week I have a good day, and 1 day a week I have a pretty rough day. David Simpson, favorite Alex Lifeson solo? Oh, I would actually say something probably from Grace Under Pressure album. I found he was doing such interesting work. He was sort of like impressionistic in his solos. He was just doing something that was totally new. It was just completely fresh, and I really loved his solo works. Most of his solos on Grace Under Pressure. Of course, Limelight is probably one of his greatest solos. Limelight. So when will you react to Baroness or more Mastodon? Mastodon's probably going to be a little beyond maybe the next month. Maybe I'll get to a track in the next month or so. I'm finding I'm scheduling a lot more now. I'm scheduling album reacts and songs that I'm reacting to, and it just takes a little bit of time. I definitely want to react to more Mastodon. I want to actually enjoy the album I have. I bought the Crack the Sky, and I've only listened to it through once, and I want to listen to it a few more times. I find because I've listened to a whole bunch of Mastodon in an album react, I did that whole album, I sort of want to get to know it more. It's sort of like you want to get cuddly with it and get to know it more before you start listening to more, because if you listen to too much and too broad of a band's discography all at once, it kind of takes away from it. I'd rather get to know that album a little bit more before I start a new one. Louis says, any chance for some mystery? Yeah, sure. I'll do some mystery. They're a band from Quebec, here in Canada. Proud Heretic, have you listened to Breaking Benjamin or Incubus? Well, no, I haven't. I remember hearing Incubus way back in the day, probably when they were a brand new band, and I was interested in what they were doing, but I didn't really stick with them much. C. Davis, how are you doing, C. Davis? Hello, Dean. Both my brother and I enjoy your reactions. Cool. I've got a brother in Toronto who watches my channel too, and he and I are also into all the same kind of stuff. We grew up in the same interests of music, anything from progressive rock to a lot of progressive rock, actually. Lawrence Davis, thoughts on Jethro Tull, Martin Barr? I don't know Martin Barr. Jethro Tull, still have not reacted to them, and it's unbelievable. But I'm going to get there. I know one of their songs, Jethro Tull songs, I heard all the time on FM radio when I was growing up. What's it called? Anyways, there's probably one or two. So I know Tull from the radio, that's it. So I'm looking forward to some album reacts. Oh, comments are coming in here. Cameron. Okay. C. Davis is Cameron. Have you reacted to Colosseum yet? Or Captain Beyond? No, not either. I'm not even familiar with those yet. It's unbelievable how much. I counted how many new acts that I reacted to last year between March and December. There were 50. That's 50 bands that I'd never heard in my life, and I reacted to at least one song of theirs. 50. And there's probably another 50 that are lined up I haven't even gotten to. Rest in peace, Chick Corea, Austin Kintz. Yes, yeah. There's been too many musicians dying in this last year, and 2020 and 2021, it's sort of tragic. Baroness is just as great, just a little different, said Splintered X. Hey, how are you doing, Splintered X? Proud Heretic would love to see you react to Breaking Benjamin's songs someday. Okay. So Louis saw Incubus a few times in Miami. Aqualung, yes. Thank you, Sop with Snoopy. Yeah, Aqualung, that was surely the song that I heard all the time on the radio, FM radio. So, excuse me, Colosseum had Gary Moore in it, if I remember rightly. Yeah, Gary Moore. He was a cool guitarist. Wasn't he Scottish or something? Yeah, Job says, it's nice to listen to a band in chronological order, and that's what I've been doing with the Mars Volta. I just happened to start with the first album, and then I went to a full react of the first album, and then the second, and the third, and of course Bedlam in Goliath is the next one, and I'm looking forward to that. Sort of fun to see how they progress. Usually, I think a lot of bands are like that. Fans have certain pockets of albums they like better than the rest, and they say, oh, the rest was not as good or whatever, which may or may not be true. I mean, I find music is very subjective. So, I mean, what somebody's worst album is someone else's favorite, so, yeah. So, not a suggestion, but are you a Type O Negative fan? Sorry, Louis, I don't even know what Type O Negative is. I don't know the music. C. Davis, I am currently slowly learning the guitar. I think learning it has helped me appreciate music a little more, actually. Oh, for sure it would. I love when Rush came. Like, I was growing up and I was a big Rush fan, and whenever a new album came out, I was trying to learn it right away. Apparently, Jimi Hendrix was covering Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band like within a week that the album was released by the Beatles in 1967 or whenever it was. Usually musicians are like, they want to learn the riffs right away, figure out how to play their favorite band's music. So it goes hand in hand for me, music and guitar and the bands. I got my guitar right here, by the way. I just got it right. Austin Kintz, are you familiar with John Zorn's newest heavy band, Simulacrum? No, I'm not. I hope to be, though. Their album, The True Discoveries of Witches and Demons, is crazy. Would be a good instrumental one to review. Okay, sounds good. Just keep reminding me about that. Job, oh, that happened to, yes, especially when they change members. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's the thing about member changes, too. It totally changes the flavor of a band. Spongy Lord, hey, how you doing, Spongy? Your live time says October 24, 2010. I got real confused. What? Glad I caught the live chat. What? Did I type in 2010 instead of 2021 or something? October 20. Oh, I don't know what happened there, Spongy. I'm sorry. I don't know. I have no idea what it is you saw or why I was completely out of whack. Or so far, right now we got 14 viewers and average watch time 4 minutes 45 seconds. Well, 5 minutes. So people are staying on average 5 minutes, dropping in and out, and that's great. 7:26 now. We'll keep going for a few more minutes. Found a new British band, says Sops with Snoopy. Sounds a lot like Wishbone Ash. Their name is Witch Hazel. Proud Heretic. I can play some Green Day and Blink-182 songs on my guitar. I would love to learn how to play Tool. Yeah, I should probably get into some Tool guitar lessons, but I'm going to assume there's probably a ton of them out there already on the internet. I don't know. Billy Sherwood of Yes made a prog album with William Shatner. I have heard that. How long ago was that? How old is that album? I would like to hear it. Again, there's a certain thing. I sort of like campy stuff. Like I said, I like the campy Doctor Who. And I guess the original Star Trek series is a little bit campy as well. So I find that just sort of charming, Bandmade brought me to your channel, says C. Davis, but I have enjoyed a number of other bands you've looked at. Have you ever considered checking out Polyphia? Well, that's great. I'm glad that you're getting turned on to new bands through this channel of mine, along with me. I'll check out Polyphia, sure. I haven't heard of them. Witch Hazel are a religious band, though. It makes, if that makes a difference in one way or another. Yeah, I don't know. If it's something that's overtly religious, like saying, Jesus loves you, I guess that might be a turnoff for people. But I found that I like Tool to me is a spiritual band, but you would definitely not call them a religious band. So I like the idea of spirituality in music as opposed to religious music. I like the whole spirituality stuff. It's cool. Hi, Dean. Greetings from Argentina, from Nitsuga. Hi, Nitsuga. My wife lived in Argentina for 1 year. She was an exchange student when she was 18 or something. So she speaks fluent Spanish, and in the Argentinian accent, in fact. Ken Chris says, no difference at all. Good music is good music. Sure. C. Davis. Polyphia is an instrumental band and kind of progressive. Cool. I love instrumental music. Any of you heard of the Ventures? The Ventures were from the 1960s. They were a bit of a surf rock band, but they were instrumental. And I enjoyed them as a tiny little kid on my record player. I loved to listen to it. So we got 18 current viewers. 18, hey, that's great. So the audience is growing a bit here. How are you all doing? Greetings from our... no, I already read that. Stop me. There's a sanitizer. Oh, yes, everybody sanitize before the video. Yeah. Wear your masks. Late to the show. Hey, Daniel Cooper. You know what I'm surprised is that Jen is not here. Believe it or not, I even checked with Jen because she's one of my channel super fans. She's a very generous supporter too, and she's been sending me albums, and like the Lateralis album, she sent that to me. What a sweetheart she is. And so I said, are you going to be around? Are you going to be around for 7? She's, yeah, I'll be there. It's almost 7:30. She's not here. If Jen was here, she'd be posting. Proud heretic. Tool makes me feel like I'm high without actually being on drugs while I'm laying in a cloud gently floating through another dimension, surrounded by infinite third eyes. Lots of laughs. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I like that. And actually, well, there's a lot of bands that do that for me. Tangerine Dream's a bit that way, and Pink Floyd does that to me a little bit too. Makes me feel like I'm having a natural high. Daniel, she said she'd be there, maybe a time zone conflict. No, she knew exactly the time zone. We even discussed that, so it's not that. I guess maybe she got stuck in a snowstorm down in Chicago. I don't know. Oh, Austin Kintz, you add a nerdy guitar question. You said favorite guitar pedal. Wow. Favorite guitar pedal. Well, definitely digital delay. It would be some kind of digital delay. I love digital delays and digital reverbs too. I really, yeah. And I guess you could say a looper. It's sort of hard to get by without a looper. I love looper pedals. Lawrence Davis, how you doing, Lawrence? Zeit by Tangerine Dream is an out-of-body experience. Okay. By the way, anyone here a Vangelis fan? I've been just digging Vangelis the last couple days. I bought a couple of LPs, used LPs of his. Chris, how you doing? Chris Savage, have you listened to Alt J before? I'd recommend the song Blood Flood. Yeah, I've heard of Alt J, and okay, I will check it. I may even react to that. Sort of looking for a reason to react to Alt J. Daniel Cooper, have you ever heard of Diablo Swing Orchestra? No. Bizarre stuff, but great talent in the band. There is space on this channel for bizarre music. I like bizarre music. In doses. I can't listen to bizarre music nonstop, but I'm open to bizarre music. We will definitely look at some bizarre music. Daniel Cooper, Bose Super Chorus is. Oh, that's your favorite? I haven't tried a Bose. You mean Boss? Oh, as a typo. A Boss Super Chorus. Oh, I used to have a Dimension D pedal. I bought that when it came out in the late 80s, and it was an awesome chorus pedal. Really nice. John and Vangelis is one of Daniel Cooper's favorites. Yeah, I don't have any of the John and Vangelis duo. I used to have Friends of Mr. Cairo, but I'm going to try to pick up all of those duo albums of Vangelis and John Anderson on vinyl soon, if I can find some. What's your favorite guitar brand? Well, lately I've really liked my new PRS. I love Fender. I guess Fender is my favorite. Not Gibson, Fender. I'm a Muse fan, says Stop Me. And I'd like to know which is your favorite song by them, and would you listen to... and would love to listen to you play some of their songs. Yeah, I've had a few requests. People say I should play a song, so maybe I'll do that. I'll pick a song that I can kind of just sort of do a songwriter style, a little cover, and post it up here. I have a lot of ideas of other things I want to do for this channel besides just the reacting and guitar lessons. Lawrence said Vangelis is great. Check out Jean-Michel Jarre. I've heard the name. I'll check it out. Just sent you that Billy Sherwood and Email Shatner album and William Shatner album. Check your email, says Louis. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Sopped with Snoopy says, I wish you could react to Alcest without getting blocked. They use a lot of interesting chordings for the guitar. Unfortunately, the label blocks reactions, unless it's live. Oh, unless it's a live recording? Well, I guess I could try a live recording. If you like Vangelis, you should try Two Steps from Hell. And Vangelis is great. Conquest of Paradise is cool. Yeah, I've heard a couple people request or suggest that one. So Diablo Swing is jazz metal with operatic vocals. Diablo Swing, okay. That sounds cool. By the way, I've never heard any polka music that's combination polka and metal. And I'm dead serious. I'm not joking. Like, I grew up in St. Catharines, I mentioned, and one of the main music stores was Walter Ostanek, and he's a famous Canadian. He's won Grammy Awards, for his albums, for his polka albums. So I remember hanging out. I spent hours and hours in that store trying out instruments in his store, and he had just tons of accordions, of course, right? I mean, that was his main thing. But of course, he sold everything else as well. But I haven't heard any polka experimental prog polka. I want to hear some. I think someone's got to do that. But Spongy says Contrast is polka and metal. Polka and metal. Okay. Well, let's check them out. Which is your most favorite Muse song? By the way, I have seen all your Muse reaction videos. Thanks, Stop Me. Which is my favorite Muse song? Oh. I bought Black Holes and Revelations when it came out. I downloaded that one, so I've been familiar with that album that's my Muse experience right there until I reacted to all the rest. So I really love that album. That song, it's sort of oh darn, what's it called? It's sort of like shoot, I can't remember that. Sorry, my brain is just lost here. Austin Kintz, Pinkly Smooth could be considered polka metal at certain moments. Okay. Devin Townsend did a metal polka song. Vam Polka is the name. Lots of laughs. That sounds like a good one. I gotta hear that. So the Knights of Sidonia. Sorry, now it came to my head. The Knights of Sidonia. I really like that song a lot. That's probably one of my favorite Muse tunes. Check out Tyler Dory Trio in Edmonton, Canada. You know what, Louis? I remember you mentioned that, and I looked it up, and I really want to check them out. I think they looked like they were really good, good music. Good music. Pinkly Smooth could be considered polka metal at certain moments. Okay. Oh, you can't see me here. There is trouble. That's the thing about that song. As soon as you hear it, you just want to hear the rest. You want to go grab your album and listen to the rest of Rush playing The Trees. I love Rush a lot anyways. So do you like classical guitar style like Terega, Austin Barrios? Classical guitar, yeah, absolutely. I love classical guitar stuff. Yes, that was The Trees. Sops and Snoopy, you got it. I was singing along, said Danielle. Good. Too bad we can't vocally connect here. It's just, I can just see what you type. That would be kind of cool. If people could. I guess you'd have to do like a Zoom call. That's what I'm thinking. It'd be neat if this was like a Zoom, and there was like, let's see, there would be about 16 different little pictures of all of you right now, if you chose to be visible, that is. Daniel, anyone here listen to Moon Safari? I love that band. It's a cross between the Beach Boys and Yes, prog rock from Sweden. So much great music coming out of Sweden, eh? It's really amazing. The whole Netherlands area there and Iceland or whatever. I mean, some great bands coming out of there. It used to be that England and UK had so much great music and still does, and then oh, we started catching up a bit. We had some good music coming out of Canada, and the United States had some good music, but yeah. Any Don Airy fans? Don't know him, not myself. Oh, a Discord channel would be sweet too. I was almost gonna do that, but I just kind of felt like I wouldn't. If I did it, I guess I could do it and all of you could communicate, but I wouldn't be on it very much because I find between making videos and these chats, I don't really have much energy to do anything else. And um, going on the Discord server would probably be a rare thing if I did. I don't know. Maybe we can still do it. Daniel Cooper, the Flower Kings, Pain of Salvation, Moon Safari, Opeth, all from Sweden. Yeah. Yeah, that's another band I have to react to is the Flower Kings and also Pain of Salvation. Moon Safari, I haven't even heard of them yet. That's a new one for me. They are vegans, says Justin Kwam. Who's vegans? Cattle decapitation? Oh, I've heard of cattle decapitation, and I want to get something by them. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I knew they were vegan. That was sort of the whole twist of it, wasn't it? Elephant Nine. No, I haven't heard of them, Austin. They're from either Norway or Sweden. Check out Molasses from the Netherlands through the Hollow album. Lisa X is pretty good. Anyone that can attempt some Guthrie Govan, Asia Stephen Wilson, is pretty good. Do the song. Do the song. A React community would exhaust you if you don't decide what routes to take. There's just too much good music to listen to it all. The Devil's Blood, also from Netherlands. Don't let the name fool you. Circo Inhumanitas. Yeah, Between the Buried and Me, they're pretty cool. I reacted to a little of their stuff. So when do you guys think when do you think live music is going to happen again? How long is it going to take before live shows are going to be a thing? What do you think? Oh, you can't see. So when are we going to have live music again? And are you going to go? If they had a live music tomorrow, if there was a concert in town, would you go to it? Would you wear a mask? Would you even care about frickin' the whole bullshit of this whole pandemic, which is awful and destructive and it's causing way too much harm, and the governments are doing a horrible job at handling it? I can't wait to get out and see some live music. I'd just throw a mask on. I don't care. I'd go see live music tomorrow if I could. Austin Kintz, you think we'll be honestly very lucky if we have live music opening by the end of the year. Such large crowds seem difficult to imagine. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe something by the end of the year. I guess it all depends on this, the virus, the shots. The Ticketmasters are trying to encourage 2021 announcements. Good. Daniel Cooper, yes, you'd go out right away, would you? Me and you will go out and see a show right off the bat. I miss live music so much. Tell me, how often do you all, before the pandemic, how often would you see live music? And I don't mean just big concerts. I mean, like, did you ever go to bars? Did you go watch local musicians, singer-songwriters sitting around playing and guitar and singing? Because I did that. I like to go to bars and clubs, mostly cafes, and catch all the local singer-songwriters, and it's just so relaxing and feeds my soul, Sit there with a hot drink and somebody singing and playing guitar. There's nothing like it, in a live place. It's just, you can't replace it. Maynard caught COVID twice. For the sake of our singers and our musicians, I can wait a couple years. Well, that's a good point, Lord Spongy. I hadn't thought of that. There's also the fact that the musicians themselves, if they got sick, that would not be good. That would not be good. When I was in California, I did a little more. C. Davis. When I moved back to PA, money has been really tight until recently. Okay, so not a big live scene here. Battle Creek, Kalamazoo area. Hardly any local bands worth seeing. Yeah, I don't mean like just bands. I mean like just singer-songwriters. I mean it's obviously not progressive music. It's not metal, but I find it quite soothing to go and listen to some people just playing whatever they're playing. Yeah. So Daniel saw 10 plus concerts a year at least. So yeah, I bet down in Florida, South Florida, lots of beach bars with music. You went every week, says Louis Garcia. I believe it. Yeah, that's cool. Mine and my wife's date nights, we're going to shows, says Justin. How you doing, Justin? Justin Quam. Bandmate is booking meet and greets. No reason to do that without concert planning. Hey, that's a good point. I'm sorry, my back is killing me. I gotta lean back here. That's an interesting point somebody brought up, and what was it? My mind just went blank. Oh yeah. What do you think about online concerts? I think that's a neat idea. Like, for example, Genesis is reunited and they're going to have a tour. And I would love it if they just did a live broadcast from a rehearsal studio, with all the lights on there. And still, they'd have the light show it's going with it. Just film it and live stream it. I would pay for that. I would pay to see Genesis, doing a dress rehearsal. I don't think there's enough being offered. There should be a lot more offers, I think, like... Dean, have you gotten drunk at a show? I don't drink anymore, hardly at all. And but when I was touring when I was 18 and 19 years old, I was on the road full time. I used to have a few beers during the night, but not during shows. I avoided drinking during the shows because we were serious musicians. We were all about performing really good music, and as soon as somebody was drinking a beer, they got sloppy. I don't care what you say you're capable of doing. People get sloppy. So I would just drink after the show. Justin Quam says, I'm doing great, Dean. Good. Cleaning a wedding venue till 2 tonight in Texas. Hey, I've been to Texas. I had a cool time in Texas when I was there. I like Texas. So yeah, you must be watching this on your phone or whatever, eh? Minutes to Midnight has been getting musicians together who are stuck at home and collaborating with them. Really cool covers. Check out their YouTube channel. Okay. Austin Kintz, he enjoyed watching Animals as Leaders do a live stream performance a couple of months back. That's a band I have to react to. I've watched a couple of their videos over a year ago, and I thought they were pretty amazing talents. So I would like to sort of capture that in film and do some videos capturing there's some of the music I haven't heard. So Job, you watch mostly Bandmate online concerts. Lord Spongy, I've seen Tool, Dream Theater, Mastodon, all live. Last one of my live acts I must see before I die is Slipknot. Slipknot, cool. A bit scary, but I like them. Before I got married and grew up, I used to go to 2 shows a week. Yeah, you have to grow up when you get married, unfortunately. Jennifer, Jennifer, this is hilarious. I remember I asked you, I said, are you going to be free for this show? And then you're the one who's like the last one here. Oh, well, you'll have to watch the repeat, which may take a few hours to come back up because all all the live chat text stuff, it tends to not be ready right away. It takes a bit for YouTube to churn that all up. And so welcome, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Technical issues. Okay. I'll forgive you this time. Sop with Snoopy. Proggy bands that I haven't seen yet and would love to are Seventh Wonder, Sweden. Yeah, I actually reacted. That was one of the first reacts I did, was to Seventh Wonder. And Vanden Plas in Germany. Ja, ich liebe Deutschland, ja. Neither bands tour here in US, Canada, though. Yeah, that's a bummer when bands don't. That's why I was thinking I would love to move to Finland or something. Or Sweden, just Sweden. I mean, there's so much great music there. I would almost seriously consider doing it just for the fact that there's so much great music there. That's what life is all about for me, is music. It's very important. Other than the obvious other things that are important, but the singer of Seventh Wonder lives in Canada now. I think the Vancouver area. He married a Canadian metal singer, Cobra Page. Cool. Do you write and release prog music? Austin Kins asks. Well, funny you should say that, Austin. I had a prog metal project. What did we call it again? Called shoot. I kind of put it on band. What's it called? It's a website for putting your music on. Anyways, I'll oh, keep the camera still, you fucktard. Hey, calm down there, buddy. You don't have to be so harsh. I didn't realize it was bothering you. Let's see. Sky Harbor from India is awesome. Can't wait till you listen. Sky Harbor. Okay. I haven't heard Sky Harbor before. Bandcamp. Thank you, Bandcamp. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think the name of the band was Bending Cities. I think I called it, and that was a progressive rock project. And the reason why I don't have a lot of progressive rock is, like I say, I didn't really think it was a serious genre to approach. I really didn't realize that there were a lot of people doing prog already, and I could have just gone ahead and done some more prog. So I've been in a lot of different genres, including Latin jazz. I'm pretty open-minded and broad-minded, so I like a lot of different stuff. So, but to answer your question directly, I do want to record a progressive rock album. I want to make a progressive rock album, and that's going to happen in the future. We'll see when it's going to happen. I've already got some musical ideas I'm pulling together, so yeah, I'm going to make a progressive rock album. Justine Quam, yeah, I agree. I know what you just said there. Okay, have you heard about a band called Covet? Although I'm not sure if they are progressive enough. No, I haven't heard of them. Band Stamp, Austin Kent says. Band Stamp. Yeah, whoa. Okay. Okay, so let's see how many people we got online here. We got 23 people. Holy mackerel. So you guys, like I said at the beginning of this chat, I haven't done a chat in a long time. So I didn't really have an outline for this. I think it's kind of cool to have a theme, to sort of do a chat that has a theme. But this time it's just being spontaneous, so more or less just sort of chatting back and forth. That's all that's happening here today, you know. I'm going to do a lot more of these, more regularly, these chats. I got my guitar, though, so let's see. Oops. And if anyone can name that song or where that album that song, that piece of music, what album's from that? Let me know. Let's see what else is going on here on the chat board. Jennifer, I would love to hear your prog rock Dean. That will be so cool. Yeah, cool. There is, if you wanted to hear my stuff that I did that was progressive rock back in the 80s with my band at that time, it is on this channel. Just look for, let's see, what were we called? Was it FXU? Yeah. Look for FXU, the F letters, the X letter and the U letter, just 3 letters, FXU. That was the name of our band, and I put it on this channel, so it should come up if you search Dean Wolfe, FXU. You'll come up with American Eyes, I think it was called, one of our prog rocky songs. And you'll sort of hear where I'm coming from as a prog rock artist from the late 80s anyways as well. How do you feel about Prince? I like Prince. I was enjoying his stuff when he came out and he was really popular, Purple Rain and stuff, and I liked him. I mean, he's quite a character as well, and I think there's something about him. He sort of speaks of integrity and as an artist, so I admire that from him. He seems like very talented and sincere musician, and he's a great guy. Prince, it's too bad he's not with us anymore. Job, I heard a little roundabout there. Close. That was Steve Howe from Topographic Oceans album, actually. It's one of the interludes in side 2 or 3. Oh, if you want to hear... Oops. And of course, my kids, I remember playing that for my kids, and they all looked like, what did Dad just play? Like they knew that song. Apparently, that little riff from Roundabout from Yes became part of a very popular meme. So that song, and it's really cool because a lot of kids have started to take guitar and they want to learn that riff. So it's like it's the big circle of musical life in my mind. It's like, it's an old song as far as chronological information, 1971, right? But kids nowadays, they hear that and they just want to play it. They think it's a cool riff. So these riffs are timeless. From to be to continued, correct? That's the meme. Careful with that lick, it's literally copyrighted law. Yeah, that's true. Freebird. Oh, Freebird. What is that? That's the one. Is that? Oh, hold on. Yeah, I mean, that's such a classic riff. It's something that all guitarists love to just try it out. Do you like Steve Hackett? Large Spongy says nope. Check out Atravan from Iran. Progressive rock from Iran. That's cool. Not the kind of place you'd expect to find progressive rock. Sops of Snoopy says, I learned to play Mood for a Day a long time ago. I don't remember the whole thing, but I imagine I could still play most of it. Yeah, that's a good one. Sweet Home Alabama, there you go. Metal Man, 1983, you're right. Free Home Alabama is what Jen said. Oh, what was I going to just play now? I just forgot what I was going to play. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. practice it. But yeah, that's a song that it's part of my DNA. I learned that when I was I taught it to myself when I was 10 or 11, no, 12 years old or so. Let's see, yeah. I was 12 or 13, I taught myself that song. Lord Spongy, bubbling sounds, play that man. We're global citizens, aren't we? Yes. Robert Varas, how you doing, Robert? Metal Man, lots of laugh, nice one. Thanks. Oh, what do you think of Yes, the Ladder album? Job, you're right. It's a good album. I like the Ladder. I keep forgetting about that one. Wouldn't mind that in vinyl, actually. Robert says, have you been thinking about doing some reacts to Omar Rodriguez Lopez, the guitarist for the Mars Volta? If so, because all of the soul albums he has, we may need to suggest the prog era stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Just suggest it. It's probably not. I'm probably not going to get it to it too soon because I still have to react to the new. Well, to me, the next Mars Volta album. I haven't even gotten to album number 4 yet, and I guess there's still another one beyond that, right? So, probably not going to get to any Omar solo stuff for a little while. So cool. La Villa Strangiado. That's all I remembered off the top of my head. Villa Strangiado. So yeah, there's about 8 Mars Volta albums. I didn't know there were 8. Okay. Jennifer clapping. Thank you. So we've been talking for a good hour now. It's an hour and 3 minutes. So probably going to wrap it up. And if you guys have any ideas for my next chat like this or live stream, maybe I'll get away with putting some music on without getting cut off. Sometimes you can kind of do it for a little while before they tell you stop playing that music. It'd be kind of cool to play to react a little to something live. I would like to try that, but I have a feeling it's gonna be hard to do that. Although, sometimes with live tunes, bands have live tunes on YouTube that you can react to those, and they won't consider it like an outright copyright infringement or whatever. So maybe that would be cool. But I definitely would like to do a live react with all of you. So that would be fun. Maybe we'll be able to do that by the next time. So we're going to wrap it up. There's a few more recommendations. Small Man from Bulgaria. It's like Tool and Bulgarian folklore shook hands. Okay. A lot of ORL albums are basically TMV with an alternate vocalist. Okay. That's a neat way of looking forward to hearing some more Omar's albums then. Or more. I haven't heard any of them actually. No, dang it, Jennifer. What are you knowing about? What's that about? Any thoughts about beginner guitar students wanting to learn to play prog rock from the get-go? I wanted to learn to play some Dream Theater when it was my downfall. That was your downfall. You know what? I can relate to that. Chino Chibi. I actually got into guitar for prog rock. That is why I got into it. And King Crimson was one of my really what got me excited about guitar, like listening to Fripp and what's the other guitarist's name? But they did lots of stuff with, like just stuff like that, like and I wanted to learn how to play it, like the '80s King Crimson is what I'm referring to, '80s King Crimson. So absolutely, get into guitar and learn prog right from the start. There's lots of lessons online. just start with that. You don't have to learn stuff you don't want to learn. Just learn what you want to learn. Otherwise, why play? And if it's too hard, just learn simplified versions. You know, stick with the more easier versions. Stick with the more easier prog songs, because there's certainly some songs that are out there that it might be more easy to play. Ken, Chris, hey, how you doing, Ken? Thank you, Dean. Good times, Dean. Very excited for my Patreon request this month. Lord Spongy, yes, your Patreon request. I haven't gotten to everyone's requests yet. I've done mostly little interests and pursued little things I want to do, but that's coming up. I'm going to have a big glom, a big pile of all of the patron requests are all coming up soon, and lots of cool music you guys find for me to react to. I really appreciate that. So that's it. We'll just wrap it up and say that was a good time. Really liked talking to you all, and the playback for this will be up. I don't know, it might take a day, it might take half a day, or maybe they're getting on top of things on YouTube. And you can watch the playback if you missed it, Jen. Otherwise, there's going to be lots more. No worries. We'll be doing this again. I'll announce the next one. Probably be doing it in a couple weeks. Probably do a couple a month or something like that. And Daniel Cooper, some more ideas. Metal Man. Oh, Stardust, Symphony X influence. Oh, I love Symphony X is great. Really, I did one of their songs only, Symphony X, and they're like a band that's sort of like in the back of my mind. Oh, I can't wait to hear more of their stuff. Really can't wait. Ken and Chris, yeah, Ken, Chris, Fripp, and Eno. That's right. They really inspired me a lot as well. So, bye, Dean, says Nitsuka. See ya. And Jen, I'm gonna cheat and rewind. Okay, that's cool. You could probably do that. So. Oh, Silent Wood just got here. Yeah, sorry about that. Just got. Well, tell you what. You have anything to ask me, Silent Wood 207? See you, Lord Spongy. Good night, Job. You're welcome. Silent Wood, you got here late. Yeah, I'll answer one question. You give me one question, and I'll answer it. Any question you want, and then we'll sign off. Later, Chino Chiba, Chino Chibi. Later. Hey, are you there, Silent Wood 207? You just got here. That's okay. Ask me any question you want, and then we'll wrap it up, okay? Divine Wings of a Tragedy by Symphony X is amazing. Okay, I'm sure there's a lot of amazing stuff. They really impressed me a lot. So, lots of love. I'm good, said Silent Wood. Okay, Silent Wood, just answer me one question. Where are you watching us from? Where are you, Silent Wood? Maine. Oh, I've been to Boston. I drove from Toronto to Boston a few times. Yeah, nice drive. Okay. You guys are doing some more chatting here. Okay, I'm going to end the stream. Sorry. Got to get on and keep getting on, and you guys all take good care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you all soon. So, bye, and we'll just finish on a C. How about that? Good night, everybody!